रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः. My humble pranams to all. Communication skills, inputs from Valmiki Ramayana. This is the title I have given for this topic. This appears to be very interesting subject. Do we really get any inputs from Ramayana on communication skills? The answer is emphatic yes. First, let us understand the plot in which this interesting message comes in Valmiki Ramayana. This plot is in Kishkindha kaanda of Valmiki Ramayana. We are all aware this is where Sri Rama meets Anjaneya for the first time. Sita Mata had already been kidnapped by Ravanasura. Sorrowful Sri Rama and Lakshmana were in search of Sita Mata. They were searching in deep forests, in steep mountains, dark caves, banks of raging rivers, etc. Sri Rama was tired. He was weeping and he was deeply sighing very often. In the course of their search, they reached Pampa Mahasarovara, a beautiful natural lake with thick forests. On the banks of this Pampa Mahasarovara, a mountain called Rishyamukha mountain, Rishyamukha Parvata was there. Having crossed this Pampa Mahasarovara, Sri Rama and Lakshmana entered this Rishyamukha Parvata. On this mountain, a mighty monkey king by name Sugriva was residing along with his companions Anjaneya, Nala, Neela, Tara, and of course others. There was already an enmity between Sugriva and his powerful brother Vali. Why enmity, you may ask? That's altogether a different story, and I will tell you in some other talk. However, at this point I can say that fearing Vali, Sugriva had taken shelter in this Rishyamukha Parvata. Because Vali was cursed by Matanga Maharshi, the curse was like this: if Vali ever enters this forest, instantly he would die. Thus Vali could never ever enter this forest. As this forest was safe, Sugriva was living here comfortably with his companions. Okay, this is the plot now. This is the background. Okay, Sugriva and his companions saw Sri Rama and Lakshmana wandering here and there. These brothers were very, very powerful. They had long arms, Ajanubahu, wearing bow, arrows, swords, and they were brilliant like Devakumaras. Yes, Sugriva thought for a while. These two persons must have been sent by Vali to kill him. He was scared. He was truly frightened. He advises Anjaneya to go to these persons and find out who they are, why they are here, and what are they searching for. And he also advises Anjaneya, if you feel they are dangerous to us, somehow send them away from this place. And if you are very sure that they are useful to us, somehow bring them to me. Further, interestingly, he says, this is a nice shloka from Kishkindha kaanda, chapter number 2, shloka number 26. Mamaivabhimukam sthitva pruchatvam haripungava prayojanam praveshasya vanasyasya dhanurdharau. Anustup Chandas. That is, Anjaneya, you should stand facing me and ask them the reason for their entry into this forest. This is to ensure that Hanuman's facial expressions or bodily gestures could be easily understood. Hanuman thought for a while, okay, let me go to them, but no one would trust me in this monkey form. So, he assumed the form of an ordinary ascetic and approached the brothers. Having approached, he saluted them and started talking to them in a sweet voice, very pleasant, pleasing voice. That is, I can say, Manjula Vani. First he praised them. Dear valiant men, both of you appear to be true warriors, powerful as gods. Your shoulders are like a trunk of an elephant. Chest is very broad and powerful. The radiance of your body is very, very beautiful. Both of you are glittering like gold. Both of you are brave like lions. You appear to be strong enough to destroy the enemies with least efforts. Your eyes are like blooming lotus. Have you come from Devaloka? He nicely asks them. Then he starts talking about Sugriva. He briefly describes who is Sugriva, why he is residing here, who are all his companions, and importantly, the enmity between Sugriva and his brother Vali was also explained by Anjaneya to Sri Rama and Lakshmana. This was very, very apt. Then he introduces himself as Vayuputra Anjaneya, the minister of Sugriva. Further he says he could go to any place instantly and can change his form just by wish. Finally he says Sugriva wants to be friendly with them. Look at the sequence of narration. It is very logical. This is the speaking skill, wonderful speaking skill of Anjaneya. Sri Rama was highly impressed with the communication skills of Anjaneya. In the first meeting itself, Anjaneya was very successful in getting the admiration of Sri Rama. Now Sri Rama turns to Lakshmana and says, Lakshmana, have you observed how Anjaneya spoke to us so far? I observed great communication skills in him. For your benefit, I will list out some of those skills exhibited by him. Friends, these are the verses from chapter number 3.28 to 3.33 of Kishkindha Kanda. First Sri Rama says, Nunam Vyakaranam Krutsnam Anena Bahudha Shrutam Bahuvyaharata Nena Nakinchidapashabditam. This is Kishkindha Kanda, chapter number 3, shloka number 29. The meaning is interesting. Despite speaking for a very long time, Anjaneya did not commit any grammatical mistakes at all. Thus, Anjaneya must have studied entire grammar and mastered it. Otherwise, this is not possible for any man. So, the first one, the number one quality of good communication skill is Vyakarana Shuddha, that is grammatical perfection. Vyakarana Shuddha. And the second one is, that is mentioned in this verse itself, Vaak Shuddha. Na kinchid apashabdam. Like that one phrase is there in this particular shloka. Na kinchid apashabdam. That is Vaak Shuddha. This is also called Uchharana Shuddha. That is nothing but perfect pronunciation or accent. No Ashuddha or Apashabdas were there in his speech. There was perfect use of Dirgha Swaras, Hrasva Swaras, Mahapranas, Alpa Pranas, Hakara, Akara, etc. So, the second quality exhibited by Anjaneya was Vaak Shuddhi or Uchchara Shuddhi, na kinchid apashabditam. Then Sri Rama says, Na nrugveda vinitasya, na yajurveda dharinaha, na samaveda vidushaha, na shakyamevam prabhashitum. This is Kishkindha Kanda, chapter number 3, shloka number 28. The meaning goes like this. For the one who does not have formal education of Rigveda, or the one who has not studied Yajurveda, or one who is not a scholar in Samaveda, speaking like this so fluently is not possible at all. That means Hanuman must be a great scholar of Vedas. Thus, the third perfection exhibited by Anjaneya was Swadhyaya, that is, regular study of the scriptures like Vedas. Further, Rama says, Namukhe netrayoschapi lalate cha bhruvostatha anyeshvapi cha sarveshu dosha samvidita kvachit. The meaning is, while talking, there were no defects in his face, eyes, forehead, eyebrows, or in any other organ of the body. Thus, the fourth perfect communication skill was facial expressions and perfect body language. Further, Rama says, Avistaram asandigdham avilambitam avyatham urastham kanthagam vakyam vartate madhyamaswaram. This shloka meaning goes like this. In his short speech, he has brought out the message very clearly. The listeners have no confusion at all. The words were not harsh and there were no breaks. The volume was medium. So that means the perfection displayed by Anjaneya was the fifth perfection, Vishaya Shuddha. Whatever he wanted to communicate, he communicated in a beautiful way. The Vishaya, the subject matter, was perfect. That is Vishaya Shuddha. Then Sri Rama says, Samskara krama sampannam adbhutam avilambitam uchharayati kalyanim vacham hridaya harshinim. He is cultured. He is methodically sequencing the topics. He is amazing. And the words are just flowing from his mouth. Thus, number 6, perfection. The sixth perfection was Vishaya Anukrama, that is, methodical or logical sequencing of the topics. This is perfection number 6. And the seventh one is Vaagvega. In this shloka, Avilambitam word is there. Avilambitam means fluency in speech. Vaak means speech. Jhari means water, flowing water. That means speech flowing like water. This is nothing but perfect eloquence in speech. The words were just fluently flowing from the mouth of Anjaneya. He was not searching for words at all. Spontaneously he was speaking without a break. That is Vaagvega or Avilambitam. And the eighth perfection displayed by Anjaneya was Manashuddhi. In this verse, Samskara Kramasampanna word is there, meaning deep-rooted noble qualities in one's personality leading to Shuddha Manas or Shuddhanta Karana. Sri Rama says, without Shuddha Manas or pure mind, this way of speaking is not possible at all. No mollified intentions were there in his speech. That is, honesty, pure honesty and straightforward approach in speech is another divine quality exhibited by Anjaneya. Then Sri Rama says, Anaya chitraya vacha tristhana vyanjanasthaya kasya naradhyate chittam udyata serarerapi. Who can remain without being pleased with the message is being clearly given through Tristhana. Tristhana means here heart, vocal cords and the crown of the head. Anjaneya was speaking very pleasantly with appropriate modulations so that Sri Rama and Lakshmana were very happy to listen to him. That is pleasing voice, or I can say Manjula Vani. Thus, The ninth skill exhibited by Anjaneya was Manjula Vani or pleasing voice. And the 10th one is Vaagvega. Vaak plus Vega is equal to Vaagvega. Vaak means speech, Vega means speed. The tempo or the speech, the speed at which a person speaks can be called Vaagvega. If a person speaks very fast, the listener may not understand at all. If it is very slow, the listener may get bored. Anjaneya was speaking at a very appropriate speed. These are the 10 important skills exhibited by Anjaneya in his communication skills. Let us list out these qualities one by one as exhibited by Hanuman. First one is Vyakarana Shuddha. Second one is Vaak Shuddha. Third one, Swadhyaya. Fourth, facial expressions and body language. Fifth one, Vishaya Shuddha. Sixth one, Vishaya Anukrama. Seventh, Vaagvega. Eighth, Manashuddha. Ninth, Manjula Vani. 10th one is Vaagvega. Now, Sri Rama says to Lakshmana, Lakshmana, now it is your turn to speak. You too exhibit these attributes in your speech and address Hanuman now. Friends, these are the wonderful inputs we get from Ramayana on communication skills. Yes, friends, Hanuman was truly brilliant guy. Once Sri Rama asks him, what do you think of me? What do you think of yourself? What do you think is the relationship between you and me? Anjaneya gives a marvelous reply. Deha buddhya dasoham prana buddhya twadamshakaha atma buddhya tvameva aham iti me nishchita matihi. That is, from the perspective of body, I am your servant, you are my master. We are different. We cannot be one and the same at all from the perspective of the body. You are my master, I am your servant. From the perspective of prana, I am a part of you. From the perspective of Atman, I am you, you are me. There is no difference between you and me. This is my well thought out, firm conviction. How beautiful the answer is. Here in this statement of Anjaneya, all the three Siddhantas are mentioned. Dvaita, Advaita and Vishishtadvaita. Very clearly has mentioned here. Okay, I will share some of my thoughts in the next video also. Namaste for the time being. Hari Om. अष्टसिद्धि नवनिधि के दाता असवर दीन जानकी माता राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय बोलो हनुमान की राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय बोलो हनुमान